She's been described as unapologetic and fiercely independent, and her voice has brought real change within the BC legislature. Delta South MLA Vicky Huntington was the guest speaker at a campaign event for independent candidate Bob Federley. She spoke about the positive impacts an independent voice can have within government.
There is value in independence because you can be honest with your constituents. You can speak to government policy. You can support it, but you can also critique it. You can criticize it. You can try and make it better. Or you can just say, this is nonsense. It's not good for the province. You have the freedom to be honest. You have the freedom and ability to do proper research, to be able to give fact-based commentary on the policies and issues. And you can be honest and truthful with your riding and with your constituencies. And that's what it's all about. They want a voice that they know is representing them in Victoria.
Huntington says the bipartisanship in our province is unhealthy. Many of the policy decisions that are made in the province directly benefit those who financially back the party. She says to make change happen, the opposition government has a large role to engage in public pressure on the government.
Wouldn't it be brilliant if 3 or 4 or 5 independents held the balance of power? One day, if we believe in the fact there needs to be change enough, then wouldn't that be a lovely way of doing it? You would get rid of the bipartisan fighting that marks British Columbia more than any other place in the country.
She says the benefits of an independent candidate, their independent voice, and not being bound to any party.
Your vote matters, and so does the type of representation you vote for. You don't want a parrot. You don't want somebody who's constrained by a party whip. You want somebody who can speak to the truth and be honest always with the riding.
Well, there's a reason they have a whip. They instill discipline in their members, and even inside the caucus room, a lot of the members aren't told what to do until cabinet tells them what to do, how they're going to vote. They don't even know until they're told. So there's your effectiveness of an independent right there.
Bob Federley is one of 3 independent candidates who have tossed their hat into the race. He's joined by Jeff Richard and Rob Fraser. Federley says he's fiscally conservative, but sees other ways to get projects done here in the North Peace.
We've got several infrastructure projects that we can easily put a business case forward that will support those projects, and some of them may fall outside of the party agenda. Well, when we put a business case forward that gets to Treasury branch, it gets a lot tougher for them to say no to those projects. A strong business case based on facts will get you in the door at Treasury Board, because if it's a revenue-producing idea, they're listening.
Conducting independent research and presenting innovative changes to legislature has inspired Huntington to fight and give her constituents a voice in Victoria.
You can ask the questions that need to be asked, and you are free to do it. And I'll tell you, when you go home at night, you feel like you've done a good job on behalf of the riding.
Brendan Miller, CJDC-TV News, Fort St. John.